82, third annual. Or is it second annual? First year is inaugural. And then your first annual, and then your second. First third.
Mm-hmm. First third annual.
First third annual. Billie Eilish, Black Keys, Blink-182, the Lumineers. In fact, it is the third year. This will be the first year, by the way, that doesn't involve Beck. He played the inaugural festival, and he also played last year. So it's going down Saturday, January the 18th. Beck is very prolific. So in the span of a year, he'll have new stuff. Maybe they'll make a last-minute announcement that Beck's joining the lineup for this year. I don't know.
Got a
They should make him the host.
keyboard in
my office.
I touched it.
Creative
I put
Arts
it,
Stage.
packed it all up.
I'm proud of you.
The Ouija board.
Packed it up in what, the box?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, most, as I understand it, most runes of Satan don't come in a box.
Yeah.
False Jumanji.
Unless it's a Dybbuk box.
Well, Jumanji wasn't Satan's.
You don't know that?
It was Rock the Dwayne Johnson's, wasn't it?
Not before. It was Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
well, he's
still
as
not
big as
Satan's.
him. Listen, the Alter Ego Festival is Saturday, January the 18th. It is back at the Forum in L.A., and I will have your second of two trips. You only get a couple of cracks of this a day in about 5 or 6 minutes. I heard from April. She's a new listener. She's out in Moore Park, California. If you know your geography, of course, of Ventura County, it's right there in the shadow of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. For those of you who are into Reagan, maybe you've already made the pilgrimage to Moore Park, California. I don't know. I heard from one of our Atlanta bureau chiefs sent me the announcement that Atlanta has been picked as the best city in the country for singles.
Hey.
So there you go.
And
We
why
didn't
is
make
that?
that list. But we also
Really?
but
Cleveland.
we also didn't make the list for worst cities.
What are the worst cities?
I don't know them, but I think that it's probably where the demographics are like 65. Like Pembroke Pines, Florida, is the absolute
Old
worst
people.
city.
It's just old
Yeah,
people.
right. That's what I assume.
Yeah, but if you're an old person, you're single, you're mopping up down
Oh,
there.
you're loving. Well, it's mopping up.
It's a dry mop.
Not from what I've heard. Yeah, and then there's like a town in Hawaii where it's like if it's bad for singles, it's probably old people.
Yeah, there's only a few people there.
Only a few people. But Atlanta,
Atlanta, huh?
yeah, top of the list.
Atlanta.
I like Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I've been
Atlanta,
there once.
Denver, which of course
Of
boasts
course.
the fittest people in the country.
They're hot. Everyone in Denver was so hot.
Well, you can run around. Yeah.
Yeah. Active.
San
fit.
Francisco, San Diego. Poundcake's going out to the fourth best city for singles
And he's hitting the gay scene.
over Christmas.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see.
I think you'll make it happen.
I think so, too.
I believe in you. Chicago, L.A., Madison, Wisconsin. A lot of young people.
College town.
Seattle
Hey, Seattle was
and
great.
Portland, Maine.
Also great. Oh.
Well, it's a college town.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm surprised like Columbus or, Ohio State, Michigan.
I can't wait to taste the
Yeah,
city.
but all the teachers are being rapey and stuff, so they're like, yeah, we'll keep this one off the list.
Worst for singles. Got
Right.
it.
All these coaches that are trying to touch the kids, they're like,
Sure.
yeah, we'll get it out of there.
well, there you go. What? I had a brain fart. Who
Nothing?
said what?
And
Somebody
nobody
said
said
something.
anything.
Poundcake said what?
No, I just said I can't wait to taste the city, but I always say
Taste the city is
Blech.
what he said. Taste San Diego, the
Yeah.
whale's vagina
Mm-hmm.
in popular culture.
that. Everywhere I travel, I feel like
Be the
it's-
first vagina you've ever tasted.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a salty one.
Hey, let me
I like
play
on
this
the
for
water.
you.
Yeah.
So who sent me this? Who?
Another Popeyes fight video?
No, it's not that. Weird
Something
song.
more lighthearted.
This is from Alex. I listened to the original podcast where your daughter asked why you were talking about penises and beeholes. That's a clip that I've played because I enjoy it, but I did get home a couple of weeks ago, and Gwen said, your daughter has something to ask you. And so I started recording on my phone because I figured it would be amazing. Turned out it was,
Why were you talking about beer holes and penises on the radio, Daddy?
Right. Unsolicited, but she is getting to the point where when my wife puts the show on and they're both in the car, she's like a sponge now. Sometimes I forget that. Again, I can't.
Walk on eggshells.
That's right. I've got to do what I do.
Same thing with my mommy.
I can't. I have to be unfettered. Poundcake, you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Absolutely.
Wait, Alex goes, you also mentioned that you taught your daughter all the proper terms. for body parts, which we have. My parents had that talk with me when I was very young, and so I've passed that forward. This is the video they showed in my sex ed class when I was in school, Alex said, and it's the creepiest song ever. It's called Down in the Front. Are you guys familiar with this song?
I have not heard this song.
I've never heard it before either.
Down in the Front.
I was going to put it on the video for you, but it's too creepy, so I'm just going to play the audio for you.
Really? It's too creepy for a video?
It's a guy, this was part of a larger program, I think, called, like, Stranger No Stranger. Let me bring this up here. Part of a larger program that was shown to some schools called Strong Kids, Safe Kids, which sounds vaguely familiar to me. But, yeah, the song is called Down in the Front, and it's a guy sitting in a tree, inexplicably, playing a guitar and explaining what the actual terminology is for little boys and little girls. Let me find this here for you.
Is this available on Disney Plus?
I don't know if it is or not. Hold on, let me find it. I had it mislabeled. Sorry. I was looking for down in front. I call it penis down in front.
Oh.
A lion's not a kitty cat, whether wild or tame, but people sometimes try to give a thing a different name. We often feel embarrassed or even feel some shame.
There are probably people in the audience right now, this is ringing a lot of bells.
I've
Like you
never-
might
yeah,
have
I've never
watched
heard
this
this.
in sex ed.
But when speaking of our private parts, here's what to proclaim.
Proclaim.
That penis is what boys have down in front. Penis is the word, though it seems blunt. All boys have a penis.
By the way, I hope he's really done rhyming with front and blunt by the time he gets to the female genitalia. Fingers crossed.
Up, you little.
Oh, yeah.
Penis is the word, though it seems blunt. All boys have a penis, so no matter what you've heard, remember that penis is the proper word. Vulva is what girls have down below.
What? It's not a Swedish car. Vulva.
Vulva?
Why
No
are you
one's ever called it a
laughing?
vulva.
Because I've
You don't-
never.
You call it a vagina. You don't
I've
call
heard it.
That's
exactly.
the inside.
Yeah.
The vulva is technically true. That's the
I
part
get
that a
it.
kid can see.
I get it,
Yeah.
but at no point has
Vulva.
anybody ever said, I know, and he just, vulva.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Well, that's
How did
what we
I
taught
go
our kid.
27 years of life.
You did
and-
not teach
a
your kid vulva.
That's what you see. That's what a kid sees. Not that they
You
don't
didn't
see-
say vagina. You
Well,
pointed
she-
to the picture and
she
said
knows,
vulva.
We didn't point to a picture. I pointed to her. We know she knows both of them. But again, it's a
Nobody wants to
distinction
touch
that the
my
3-year-old
vulva.
doesn't care about. I'm
Yeah.
just putting it out there. I'm getting it out there. Right?
Is what girls have down below.
Even though most people...
Now, I got to walk you through this part because the video, out of nowhere, this creepy guy just inserts a frame where he goes, some people call it a Virginia. So that's why it sounds different.
What?
Just a guy comes out of nowhere and interrupts, like a jump cut from the
Yeah.
guy in the tree to this guy, super zoom, going, some people call it a Virginia.
Your face is
Like, don't let this
terrifying.
kid, or don't let this guy run any kids.
Yeah.
Girls have down below.
Even though most people call it vagina, and some children call it Virginia.
Vulva.
Virginia. Why you like ran out of
Naked
breath?
it will show. All girls have a vulva, so no matter what you've heard, remember that vulva is the proper word. Both boys and girls have breasts. Each person recognizes they're found upon our chests and grow to different sizes. Our anus
He's going all in, this cat. I mean, he's going up and down the dial.
is a useful thing indeed. The anus gives relief in time of need. We all have an anus, so no matter what you've heard, remember that anus is the proper word. So
They hate us because they ain't us.
Is it bad? Is it bad that I thought he was going to say, anus, it can be stinky anus. If you use it, it's like a slinky. I don't know why I thought that.
I have no idea why you
I don't know
conjured
why
that
It's like
either.
a slinky.
No idea.
Only
If
on
it's like a
Thursdays.
slinky, you need to get yourself directly to a physician.
And when it's like that means it's prolapse, then you're sad.
The proper word, so don't be appalled, because that's what they're called, and each of them's the proper word.
Anyway, so I don't know who that guy is. Alex sent me that. They had to watch that in their sex ed class.
That's a guy
people
whose
say
mom is
Virginia.
named Mulva.
Right.
Yeah.
Vulva.
There is nothing more awkward. You think watching a sex scene with your parents is like uncomfortable? Try watching a sex scene like in front of your entire class.
Well, it's not
Yeah,
a
but
sex
that's
scene.
different. That's-
It's a guy
yeah.
singing about singing.
I
About
understand,
it.
but that's sex ed. That's sex ed, and
It's an
everyone's
educational
I'm talking
thing,
about.
yeah.
We were watching Cleopatra, like the real story, and they showed like the sex scenes between her and like Mark Antony or whatever his name is, and everyone just got real quiet. All the boys just put their backpacks like all on their like laps. I'm like.
But you were probably old. How old were you?
This was 6th grade. I remember.
Yeah, so that's the age where you start to kind of giggle a little bit because you know what's up.
It was just
See-
like grown people rolling, and they showed boobs, like people
Really?
rolling. Yeah, and they showed because it was
the Elizabeth
educational.
Taylor version. They're not showing you like the movie, were they?
I don't remember what version it was. I know it was Cleopatra, and they were having the love affair and the threesome and everything. I'm like, oh my god.
I think I've said
You
this
see
on here
Cleopatra's
before.
giant old bush?
Her vulva. Her hair-covered vulva.
Did they show her getting killed by the asp? The snake bite killed her? They show that?
I'm sure they showed everything.
All right.
I
Hey.
wasn't paying attention to her bush.
Let me give you this trip to L.A. The Alter Ego Festival, 3rd year for it. January 18th at the Forum. Good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Time for your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Alter Ego now. Text the nationwide keyword ALT to the number 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's ALT to the number 200-200. Good luck from 100.7 WMMS.
By the way, on a related note, congratulations, ladies of Ohio.
Oh, what?
Mike DeWine signed the bill into law ending the pink tax on
right.
feminine hygiene products. Women were like, why should we be taxed on something we absolutely need?
That's awesome.
Just because of our... So they've eliminated the state sales tax on feminine hygiene products, which I can imagine was just monumental. Oh, it's about $4 million a year. Nevertheless... it should never have been there. Germany just did the same thing.
That's awesome.
You know what they always say, as goes Ohio, so goes Germany.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Copycats with a Z.
Yeah. Those are one of those things I never really. I mean, it's gonna be expensive. Tampons are so expensive. Like
Get the cup.
I'm not getting the cup.
That's why some
We've
people
been over
swear.
the cup.
I know you're not going to
Doesn't
get the
be the
cup,
cup.
I'm
but
not getting
people.
the cup.
But you understand why people go with the cup.
I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. But it's also one of
Probably
those things.
got one
that-
in the pile.
Ew, his pile's gone, by the way. It's clean. Everything's great. Clean like the sales tax. That's one of those things that like you just know you're going to spend money on. So you don't pay attention, or at least I didn't really pay attention to how much it's like. It's not worth getting pissed about every single month when you're like, okay, this is
When
just
you're
something.
already mad about something else because you're on your period.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yes, got me in the front, but I'm rambling. It doesn't matter.
Huh?
Nothing.
You were talking. He interrupted you.
I was saying that at least for me, when it gets to that point, you just accept it. You're like, this is just an expensive part of my life. This is just something I have to do. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Mm-hmm. But it's nice now. There's gonna be a couple bucks less.
An expensive part of your life that no longer needs to be.
Do you think about how annoying it is for us to listen to you complain about it?
I've never complained about that. I'm chiming in on an issue that we're
And
discussing right now.
it doesn't cost me anything to hear you
It
talk
costs
about
me.
it.
It's the soul. It's the soul that takes the tax, Alan.
And this is on a day where you have cleaned up his creative workspace.
That it has taken me
That's why I don't feel as creative.
2.5 hours.
The bulk
3
of the
hours
show.
to clean up his creative workspace. And We're
Yeah.
not even done yet. We haven't even gotten to the cabinet. But
And
he
you're
said
not
we'll
being
leave
paid
that.
for it. You're doing it out of whatever. You know.
It looks so much nicer in there. We'll post before and after pictures once we get them. But yeah, but go ahead. Complain to me, Bill.
But I didn't have to do it.
Bitch about how much I complain on my period.
I'm not talking about you.
Women
in
are
general.
just bleeding all over and not dying.
Listen, hey, I'm a advocate.
For what?
I'll have sex with a girl when she's on her period. I don't care.
That doesn't. All right.
He's got his red wings.
One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
There's more than
It
blood
ain't
in there.
stopping me.
Men are gross.
Yep. It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine.
Oh, you can talk.
I give and I give and I give because I'm a selfless person. I do it out of the kindness of my own heart. I don't expect anything in return. And if he's going to meet me with all this negativity
I'm just being
and
silly.
this judgy
Meet you in
period
the
talk.
I got to tell you, I don't see anything negative about a guy who is not swayed by a young lady in the midst of her menses.
No. It was before
There's nothing
that.
negative. You know, I
Is that
understand.
vulva menses?
A lot of women don't want to do it because it makes them feel gross. I fully understand that, but if you don't care and the guy doesn't care, I don't see anything negative about that.
That's
Put
not
down
what I
a
was
towel and you pretend
referring
like
to.
it's so big that you made her bleed.
and you you go to get the towel in the linen closet that you save for just that occasion.
you have
it's like
a red
pine.
towel.
No, it's a pine green work towel.
No, you
know?
steal one from a hotel, and that's what you
No,
use.
those are white. You
Yeah,
don't-
so what?
Well, you don't want her to look at the
Yeah, don't
Make it look like a
aftermath.
murder scene.
I
I don't
want
want
a Japanese flag.
Hey, there
I don't
it
want to
is.
make her feel bad. I
So
mean,
then
you
get a
know.
red towel.
Well,
I
green.
got a red towel.
You get a green one,
For
and then
Christmas.
when the holidays roll around,
Put it on your table.
that's one fewer towel I've got to
Honestly,
buy.
the brown towel's the way to go.
Ugh. You're right, though. Blood does turn brown when it dries.
Back in the day, I would just grab my terrible towel, make it even more terrible than it ever was.
You guys are gross.
Are we though?
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
are we?
Men are
No,
pigs.
I've talked about this on air before. We've discussed this. We've discussed Red Wings.
Is that a stopper? Is that a deal breaker for you?
No, not at all.
Yeah. Because
Really?
when you're doing that, you're not actually in the
Don't go down there with your face.
Right. Yeah. You stab in the top
In
part.
the throes of
vulva.
menses. I mean, you're not going to be
Throws of menses.
at the Agora this weekend, by the way. Throws of Menses are on their 25th anniversary tour.
No tax on tickets either. Look at that.
I know. Man, it's really making things a lot easier. Alan, I just Googled sex ed song, and your live feed comes up. All right,
you
cool.
go.
Whatever.
Perfect.
Good job, Bill.
That's how we've proven ourselves to be commercially viable on YouTube's new terms of service.
Ding.
Uh-huh. That tax should go toward building a WNBA stadium.
Or
Hey.
just give it to women's shelters.
Or something, yeah. I don't know that I didn't read what they've earmarked, what they expect that money to be diverted to.
Well, it won't be there anymore.
Yeah.
Alan,
money's
why
gone.
should I have to pay tax on toilet paper, which I absolutely need?
No, you don't.
You
can
don't,
get
actually.
a
And there's
bidet.
reusable toilet paper, there's bidets, there's leaves.
What are you,
there's
an
all kinds of
animal?
stuff.
No, but to
Reusable
this
toilet
to
paper?
this person's point, if the pink tax is going away, when there are options to pads and tampons, then I kind of take their point with toilet paper. Same thing.
But
You
get a
don't
bidet.
have to use toilet paper, but 90% of people do. That's probably a conservative estimate.
70 cents on the dollar, that's
you
why.
could be using the cup, and the
Not
pink
using the cup.
I know. I'm just saying that the pink tax. I don't know if the pink tax applies to the.
Yeah,
to the
let's get a
cup.
brown tax.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll get the pink tax and the stink tax.
This is all coming together. I don't know why the people there in Columbus. That's the capital, right?
Yes.
I don't know why the people in Columbus aren't paying attention to what we're saying over here.
Come on, DeWine. Be divine.
Well, he did. Listen, I didn't think they'd sign that into law, and he did. So kudos to that.
He has daughters, I think.
Doesn't matter. You
Let
got to
us
have
have it.
daughters. I love these people who go, "I've got daughters." You've got to have a
He's saving
female.
money, too.
You got to have a female child to know that you shouldn't, beat women up or stab them or.
You absolutely do, Alan.
No, you don't.
You
Stop
absolutely
it.
do.
Hey, guess what? Even if you don't have daughters, you all have a mother.
you
I never
absolutely
understood.
need daughters, Alan.
I never understood the daughters argument. I've got daughters. So what?
It's only okay, to allow certain laws when you have kids.
Alan Wise food tax, and we all need food. See, this is that slippery
Here we
slope.
go.
Hey, it's not in a lot of. I don't think Pennsylvania. When I lived there,
Pennsylvania doesn't have tax at all.
well, they have some tax. They just don't
Not
have
on clothes.
Right, clothes and food. They don't.
Same with Oregon.
But there's sales tax on things. Just
can
not.
Did I have
Organs?
tax on organs?
There's no tax on organs. That's why only if you have the organ donor card. If that's like,
Oh,
the,
I thought it was like the instrument.
No, both. If you're an organ
Okay.
donor, so if you've donated organs in the past, you get one for free when you open a church.
It's a BOGO.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sticker price on the liver is what you pay for the liver.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about organs in Oregon?
No sales tax.
That's what we're talking about.
In Oregon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
The Portland Organ Commission.
okay.
It's It's based out of Portland, but it's about hearts and livers and lungs.
That's why anytime you see a think piece written on POC, it's not people of color. It's the Portland, Oregon Commission.
Yeah.
I need to ice my brain. This is confusing.
No, you need to heat your brain up. Stop icing your brain. Ice my brain. All right. Hey, AWOL Nation, talk about summertime shows next year. AWOL Nation and Andrew McMahon are going to do the Agora in June. Want to get out there and see him? Sure you do. I'll have a couple of tickets for you after the break. 35192 if you want to text.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS and everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.